Hey guys, Slater Magic here, and it's time to take a look at the card that everybody's all excited about. Now, half the people just like the artwork, but the other half are like, whoa, this actually is a serious card. Like, this is very, very playable. Once again, it's an uncommon, so, a lot of people have been really, really amped lately about the hyper-expensive uncommons. And by hyper-expensive, I mean that's a relative term for an uncommon. I would consider above $2, so like $2.50, to be insanely expensive. Just, for an uncommon. Fatal Push is, I don't even know, probably like $9 still, so hello. But then, Aether Hub, that hit like $5-6 because, it's a land. A really, really good effective land in the uncommon slot is going to reach, very close to what it would be as a rare just because. You would think with its prevalence being multiplied by 3 that it would work, but there are more uncommons than there are rares individually as cards, so it doesn't quite work that way. Totally not what this video is about. But check this out. This is what stupid people are calling the game day promo and what people who can read are calling the open house promo because it says open house on the bottom. I'm not going to say specifically which news site got that wrong, but we'll just say they're kind of known for massive inaccuracies and lazy reporting and just the opposite of proper journalism. So is this the next Fatal Push? No. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Just kidding. I do think this will hit bare minimum $1, if not maybe $2, because it is good. So let's start at the beginning though. Destroying a creature costs 3. That is just a law of physics in the game. It's just like countering a spell costs 3. It just does. If you want to blow up a creature or counter a spell for less than 3, there has to be a restriction put on it. And as an example, I would cite basically every single card in all of Modern. Seriously, look it up. I mean, Negate, Essence Scatter, Mana Leak, they all have restrictions that make them maybe not work or maybe be irrelevant or maybe backfire under some circumstance. And that's the balancing act. So you look at, your standard, I don't know, Ruinous Path, Murder, whatever. And actually a lot of them, like, never return. It costs 3, okay, cool, but they tend to put, like, a little bonus on it. So it's almost like blowing up a creature costs 2.5 mana, but you can't have that outside of an unset, which, yeah, look those up. So, oh my gosh, kick me in the nuts and call me transgendered. It's a 2-cost kill spell. Whoa. So what's the restriction? Well, first, double black, and the whole point of killing something for 2 instead of killing something for 3 is that you can do it way, way, way earlier in the game. And what restriction did they put on it? Well, 1, it's a sorcery instead of an instant. That is huge, but we'll come back to that. And, oh, you can't kill a merfolk with it. Oh no, there's a grand total of, I believe, 0 of those in Standard right now. I'm sure when they put them into Ixalan, they will be pretty big because, they always go nuts with them. It's just like elves and goblins. They really, really give them some support. Not like squirrels at all. But, yeah, I mean, in Modern, who the hell plays Merfolk? It is a deck. Oh boy, Aether Vial, broken as hell. But, it's not that good of a deck. I don't think I've ever seen it top 8 a tournament. I'm sure it has at some point, but it's not that good. I mean, single point removal, you're going to slow it down, and board wipes, you're going to shut it down. As in, power off, you're done, you lose the game. So this costs 2 instead of 3. Well, let's go over that for a second because it's a sorcery. So we'll say you go first. Okay, so you drop out a 1-cost creature on turn 1 and a land. Cool. Okay, they take a turn. They drop a land and we'll just be generous. They dropped out a 1-cost creature. Cool. Oh boy, now we're even. Turn 2. Okay, you drop another land. You've got to walk the plank in hand. You can cast it and blow up their 1-cost creature. So you're trading 1 card for 1 card, and yours costs double. So really, one of 2 things is true. Either you just killed Dragon Master Outcast, or you just made a dumb play error, because why would you do that? I mean, nothing that costs 1 is that good, like worth burning a kill spell. It's just not. So then you proceed. Okay, this could have some value. Let's say you actually spend 2 on something worthwhile. Okay, now they bring out a 3/1 haster for 2. I don't think that exists in the game. But if it did, they just brought it out. Oh, now you need to kill it. Oh, except 1, you spent your mana, and 2, it's a sorcery. You couldn't blow it up even if you wanted to. So even if you sat there on your mana, you still can't do anything about it. So you proceed, okay, you drop another land, now you have 3 anyway, so we'll just, say that happened. If you get stuck at 2, okay, you got some value here. I mean, this is like, I'm still gonna control the board state and start removing creatures even on turn 5 if I get stuck at 2 land. So don't underestimate that, and at that point, I don't think you care whose turn it is. But that said, let me just throw in the fact that if this was an instant, on the stack with somebody boosting a creature, which is huge right now in red. Huge, huge, huge. Like, +4, +0 for like 2. I mean, +3, +1 in first strike for I think 1 or 2. +2 and trample for 1. I think that's a card. I mean, holy crap. So on the stack, boom, you would respond to blow it up. So if this was like, you know, fatal push, we'll say, which is unreliable garbage past about turn 3, there you go. I mean, seriously, that revolt just kills fatal push. Unless you have full control over sacrificing a permanent at will, it's just not good enough to play in standard. Unless you're planning to win on turn 4, then it's okay. But that was already in a past video. So, the fact that you can't respond to actions, triggers, or really anything at all before combat, any kind of boost, any kind of exert decision, I mean, it's even especially true in standard right now with the cards and the mechanics that are popular, that you would want to kill it after all things are said and done. So the fact that this isn't an instant is really, 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 really detrimental. Oh, and this card kind of blows if they're playing Merfolk, so there's that. So overall, I mean, yeah, you can kill stuff for 2, but what's the point of, oh, it's such a fast, cheap, rapid, responsive card if it literally cannot respond to anything? It's just not that good, and people are getting all excited that it costs 2. Well, without it being an instant, who cares what it costs? I mean, okay, when you have 4 mana on turn 7, you could blow up their big creature that they brought out last turn that doesn't have haste. Cool, it's gone. They spent 5 mana on it, you spent 2, and now you've got 2 mana open to still drop something onto the field that costs 2, whereas you wouldn't if it costs 3. Honestly, I'd rather have the card Murder, because if you look up Murder right now, it is double black, 1 colorless, or I should say generic, whatever. Destroy target creature, instant. I would rather pay 1 more and blow it up, because if you think about it, if you went first and you just dropped your 3rd mana, and then they drop their 2nd mana, so then it goes to their turn, and you've got your mana wide open, they drop in something horrifically detrimental for 3, and then you can immediately blow it up, whereas with Walk the Plank, it still wouldn't have been on the battlefield, so you'd still have to wait until your next turn anyway, and with Murder, you wouldn't, because your land would already be open, and you could use it, and then on your upkeep, there you go, it's back. It's not like upkeep, okay, you know, first main phase, okay, now let's Walk the Plank, and then there goes half your mana. Now, the trade-off, obviously, instant versus sorcery, this is not news to any of you, is that you'd have to leave your mana open on your turn in order to use it on their turn. So then if you step back another turn, you could have just blown it up a turn earlier, and then the same thing would happen, but was that creature even on the battlefield in the first place at that point? So, all things considered, I don't think this is an amazing card. It's good, it's just not amazing. Now, would I put it in a kill deck? Absolutely. I would probably put in, like, Murder and then Walk the Plank, because Walk the Plank is still better than, what is that, Murderous Impulse or something like that? I think that's an instant, and it says destroy target tapped creature and it costs 2. So it has to be tapped. If it has Vigilance, you're shut down. If it's just something you want gone, but they would never, ever attack with it, which means it's important, you cannot kill it with that spell. I don't like that spell. It's kind of okay, but it's not great. You know what's funny? I just checked and Murderous Compulsion is actually a sorcery, so yeah, I'll take Walk the Plank over that card any day. Alright, so how good is this in Modern? This'll be fun. So, I'm used to black kill spells because I made a black kill spell deck in Modern, and it's really quite good. It's very simplistic, but it's very direct. It's easy to play, the decisions are easy, and it's just a damn powerful deck. It's like that thing that just keeps going, it's reliable. No gimmicks, no stupid combos, it just does what it does. Real simple. It's basically like a black version of Combat Specialist, but with almost all control and then a couple creatures. You should actually look it up. It's really quite good, and despite, I don't know, 3 cards in it costing $40 a piece, it's quite cheap. Just don't put them in. I think I state what the alternatives are right in the video. Alright, so lightning round. Here's everything that I considered for that deck, so I assume these are pretty much the best of the best black kill spells. Don't hit me with a kill spell if I miss a couple. Bile Blight. Alright, target creature and all creatures with the same name as that creature get -3/-3 until end of turn. In Modern, I would say this is better. It's double black, 2 costs, okay. Not a guaranteed kill, but, I mean, what are the odds it has 2 toughness? If 2 are on the field, you take out both. That's the old Deck and Stone bonus right there. And it's an instant. Just Bile Blight is better, so I'm just going to do worse better on Walk the Plank, okay? So Walk the Plank, worse. Doomblade. Single black, single colorless, so already more flexible. You don't have to play it in mono black or have the world's greatest color fixing. Instant, hello. Destroy target non-black creature. Ooh, non-black versus non-merfolk. I don't know about that. A lot of creatures are black in Modern. This is instant though. I'm going to call it a tie. It's instant and it's not double black, so it's got that, but you stand such a huge chance of that backfiring. That about evens out, so tie. Torment of Hailfire. Yes, I am considering that a Modern card. Sorcery, double black, It'll literally do nothing if you don't cast it for 3, so it doesn't really cost 2. Okay. And they could just spike their life total and win the game anyway. Yeah, I'm going to give Torment of Hailfire a D- in Modern. Clearly, Walk the Plank is better. Go for the Throat. It's a 2-cost instant. 1 is generic. Destroy target non-artifact creature. Ooh. This is quite simply a better version of Doomblade. So obviously, Walk the Plank is worse. Next up, Murderous Cut. Okay, it costs 5. It's an instant. It can cost 1. It's got Delve, destroy target creature. Because of Delve, you'd either have to build your whole deck around it, or you just will not be casting this on turn 3. I'm going to say Walk the Plank is better. Here it gets interesting. Victim of the Night. Very, very underrated card. Very underrated. Double black, so okay, they're tied. Instant, okay, this one's got the edge. Destroy target non-vampire, non-werewolf, non-zombie creature. Vampire in Modern, I can't even think of one. I'm sure somebody plays one somewhere. Werewolf, same thing. I couldn't even name one. Zombie, now there you got a problem. There's a couple. It's not the most prevalent in the world, but I don't know, you might run into that. Still, I mean, Merfolk versus a bunch of undead crap, it's a toss-up. Same cost, this one's instant. I'm going to say Walk the Plank is worse. Next up, Killing Wave. I know some of these aren't exactly equivalent. For each creature, its controller sacrifices it unless he or she pays X life. First of frickin' all, this hits you, just FYI, and you have to decide first. So if you were to cast it for 1, which would be equivalent, they could just lose the damn life. I mean, it's not that good. Now, if you cast it for 3, you're about on par with Torment, or whatever the hell that card is. Torment, that's what it is. I just call it Purple Rain. I don't care what the real name is. So if you were to cast this for like 5, okay, now we're not even on the same planet, but oh my god, would this wreck them. That's why this is in my black deck, because I think it runs 23 or 24 lands. It's practically a Black Devotion deck. So, yeah, you're going to want to ramp up to 4 because, you know, you got to get there in a hurry. A lot of spells cost 3. So, yeah, this is a perfect fit for that deck. But overall, Walk the Plank is just plain better. I don't care if this gets past Hexproof, Indestructible, none of that. So, that's about it for the most common black kill spells, I guess. Oh, Fatal Push. Walk the Plank is better. Sorry, if they get on a 3 cost, you're just done. Fatal Push can't do anything. So it is instant speed, but you'd almost be trading 2 cards for 1 if the mana cost is above 2, because you'd have to purposely like get something killed or block with something and chump and then trade and have mana open. I'm going to say that Walk the Plank is just a tiny bit better, more reliable, more consistent than Fatal Push in Modern, and I know people are going to have a comment about that, but if you think about it, it's damn close, but it is better. But, I mean, if you want the best of the best of the best, honestly, I would probably go for the Throat. I would go for the Throat. The chances of them having an artifact creature that you give a crap about are pretty damn low. I've had it happen, but that's what the sideboard's for. Doomblade it. So if I miss any cards that are common black kill spells, let me know, because of course the budget was the concern when I built that deck. But yeah, I don't know. There might be like some $10 one I'm missing. I don't know. Obviously not like Path to Exile or something. I would remember that, and that's white. But yeah, that's the lineup. So, I mean, what would this be? Like a 4th-rate card? I wasn't even counting, but I don't think Walk the Plank's going to make it to Modern. So, is it really going to jump up in price? No. I think Fatal Push is very successful in Modern because in very particular decks where they can control Revolt with their land and their mana base at will, and their deck is so fast and so like likely to win by turn 4 or 5 that they probably don't have to blow up anything when the mana cost above 3. Okay, in that case, Fatal Push is infinitely better than Walk the Plank, but just in general, in the average game, Walk the Plank would be better. It's just, who cares? So what do you think? Will it be a big part of the meta? Will it not be a big part of the meta? Do you like the artwork? I don't know why everybody likes the artwork. I'm looking at tons of JPEG compression, so maybe it just looks like complete, crap quality to me right now in this JPEG, but I don't know. It's like, why is he purple? I don't get that. And what is he wearing? That's kind of whacked. I mean, I'm not going to go full-blown fashion police on him, but that is just a damn lot of colors. He's got a lot going on there, and I think it's maybe a little bit too much. Also, why did he allow himself to get captured? And what's that guy behind him? Is that like some kind of Ewok slash frost giant midget slash gnome slash merfolk? I don't know. This is kind of like cartoony. It doesn't really look real, but then some cards are okay like that. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. And the really weird texture and stuff on the sail, it's not homogeneous. It's not a gradient. The lighting is all wrong. I don't know. I am being way the hell too critical of it. I really like the way they drew the plank, though. That is like spot on, perfect shadowing, perfect lighting, perfect detail. I can't wait to see this card in person because it might look way better. It might be more brilliant, vibrant, and have obviously less JPEG noise. I would hope. And the most important question, since it says promo open house right on the bottom, if this is the open house attendance promo, will you go just to get it? I absolutely would. I love rare stuff. I love special edition cards. And I mean, I like killing stuff. So there you go. Oh, and in keeping with the greatest segues on all of YouTube on this channel, if you wanted to walk the plank on over to my Patreon page, it's almost the next month, and I don't remember when the cutoff and benefits and this and that and the charge happened. Still haven't looked it up. Very confusing, but I am going to take a wild guess you would have to sign up before the 1st of next month to get next month's benefits. So if you wanted to check that out, the tiers are pretty cool, and if you are a patron, you might want to get in your requests for this month. Sorry, I've been a little tiny bit behind on 2 of the projects, but I'm being like psychotically perfectionist about them, so yeah. So check that out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next video.